Trauma Tone.
Greetings, welcome, salutations, everyone. This is KTR _podcast, Another Rose Podcast. We are now live and direct with our special episode 15 of our wrestling wind down. We've been doing this podcast for about a good 3 to 4 months, and we're definitely feeling the wrestling podcast fatigue. It's been a lot going on. It started off fun. It's still fun. Don't get me wrong. It's still fun. It's just a lot that we didn't know we was getting into right now. Lots of live tweeting every day for wrestling shows. Keeping up with the fans, the followers, friends that we made on social media. It's a lot. See, now we went from like barely 100 to like almost 1,400,000. Well, not 1,400 followers right now. Yeah, I was like, damn, we did big numbers like that. Yeah. But yeah. But now it's time to relax, chill out for a moment, sit back, reflect, and relax with some wine. Who doesn't like wine? Everybody like wine. You like wine, Harv? You like wine, J-Bo?
Sometimes.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah.
I like gin.
But before we get started with this episode, please follow us on all social media platforms. KTR _podcast, Twitter, Instagram, Know the Ropes Podcast, Facebook, YouTube. Know the Ropes Podcast on all podcast platforms. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Podbean. We are on everything.
All that.
Now, J-Bo.
Yeah.
Big Harv.
That's me.
Let's get to the wine.
All right.
All right. So, as you do know, I hope many of you know, the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment, came out with some special edition wines by the Ultimate Warrior and the Phenom, the Undertaker.
Go. Praise the Lord team.
Next to Randy Orton. But that's another story.
This guy's nuts.
Yeah. And so,
as you can see, this was already empty.
All right.
He got started early.
Before we get started, yes, you do see this bottle's empty. The cork broke off into it, you know. I tried opening it. I'm used to wine bottles with a screw on, you know. I'm keeping simple fast, you know. I don't go to 5-star restaurants and get the special Chardonnay, Cabernet. I get Moscato. I keep it real. But I'm sorry, but I did it for the culture, you know. Wow. Did it for the one time, you know, with the WWE, with the wine tasting experience, and I just wanted to see what all the fuss is about these $50 wine bottles, special edition, $50 each, special edition. They got the numbers on the back. You'll see if you're watching the YouTube. If you're not, if you listen to podcasts, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Thank you. But we're gonna get into this wine real quick. Yep. We're gonna taste it. We're gonna see how it is. All right, we're gonna start with the Ultimate Warrior. Rest in peace. Warrior strong. And this wine is a Zinfandel. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Is that right?
I don't know, man.
Like
Zinfandel. I'm a cognac or vodka man, so Zinfandel.
Sound like a Mortal Kombat character.
2019.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not very aged.
Not really at all.
So
new broad.
Here's the glass. We're gonna find out how this tastes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Switch around a little bit.
I guess.
Wind out, peeky out.
Whatever.
Toast.
All right.
Toast to KTR, toast to wrestling, toast to everybody on the wrestling podcast. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
You got sniff.
I did sniff it.
It smells earthy. Hint of juniper berry. No.
Doing everything but actually drinking it.
Oh, that's dry. It's a dry wine.
Yeah, it's red.
Yeah.
My favorite color.
Next to blue.
Tastes like what it looks like. Blood.
That's what it looks like, blood.
It's that gangrel right there. It's the gangrel, the brood.
This is something I would probably taste after a stressful day.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Nothing to really relax on. More or less just to
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Hard day.
Right, damn. Like, this day, I'm just gonna crack open this Zinfandel real quick.
It's like the beer of wine.
Yeah. This a strong one, too.
It
Yeah,
is.
this. What's the percentage on this real quick? Let's see. 14.3. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is definitely a Netflix and chill wine.
Makes you the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Right.
Ultimate Warrior.
I did say on the episode, if I had to pick a wine, what would I do?
Man.
Oh, yeah. I'm
like, that's that Warrior, Holmes. What do you do with you?
Oh, no.
I'm definitely saying this for the night. Yeah.
Man.
What percentage is this?
We didn't get to it yet. We gotta get to it yet.
Man, I'm still gonna look.
Just wait. Yeah, just look. Don't announce it yet.
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, I ain't gonna announce it.
Ooh, yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
It's just dry.
Yeah, it's a dry wine. It got a good taste to it. Yeah, the alcohol percentage definitely does match the Ultimate Warrior's energy.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
And then that feeling you get when you see him rushing down the ring, shaking them ropes.
Yep.
That's how your throat feel when this goes down.
That rope shake. That rope shake.
Shoot, man.
You know what I remember most about Ultimate Warrior has nothing to do with actual wrestling. It has to do with his feud online on YouTube with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He used to go in on Hulk Hogan. He painted him in a new light before the whole N-word controversy went down with him. So I was already on the outs for Mr. Hulk.
Yeah, so that's not a bad one. On a scale of 1 to 10, what'd you give it?
Hard 6.5.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same. Maybe a 7. I'd have to let my wife taste it to be sure.
Yeah, that could be a wife episode part 2 right there.
Yeah. My wife will have a much better idea of this.
I'm not a weak. I mean, wine. Yeah, I'm not a wine connoisseur, so I like I said, it's for like just the regular guy that don't drink wine and just drinks hard alcohol all the time. I give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Strong 7.2.
Yeah,
right. Strong 7.
I'm sticking with my 6.5. I don't think you made it to the 7 range yet.
Yeah. I see you still.
Yeah, because I can't, man.
You're a sipper. You're a true sipper.
Right. Big sipper. Big sipper. Big sipper. All right. Next, we have the Undertaker's wine. The bottle's empty. Don't ask questions. If you watched on YouTube, you know. But yes, the Undertaker, the Phenom, the greatest of all time, next to some other person. But yeah, 30 years of hard work is in this bottle right here.
Yeah.
30 years.
30 years of talent is in this
sweat, blood, drippings.
Consistent megastar status.
Right.
Boom.
Consistent.
Limited edition. This wine is a Cabernet.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Sauvignon.
What?
That I feel like that's how you pronounce the word.
Whatever.
Somewhere we're gonna put the pronunciation at the bottom of the stream. I'm gonna work on that.
Please.
Watch this on YouTube. This is a better show on YouTube than on that podcast. Trust and believe me. You want to see the visual of this.
You gotta see me struggle with this.
Right.
It's well worth watching on
YouTube. So this is a carbonated Sauvignon, I believe, by Taker. You know. Oh, they have quotes on the back. I'm sorry, did not read this.
I heard what the quote say.
Yeah, well, not a quote, but a little script action. All right. For 3 decades, The Undertaker has loomed over the WWE landscape like a menacing shadow. His dark and hallowed path was consumed the souls of the righteous and evildoers alike. Dang, I don't want to read the rest of this.
Whoever wrote that needs apparently some of this.
Right, yeah. So the pay homage to Undertaker's legendary 30 career, only 30 barrels of this limited edition Cabernet Sauvignon has been made, and I have one of them filled with cork in it.
There you go.
So it might
be a really good condition.
All right, so this wine may have a little pulp in it, but we're gonna still take a toast to it.
We're gonna get a throat splinter messing with it.
Right. So toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the head.
Cabernet
I do want
Sauvignon.
to say, I think the only thing that would make this bottle better, is if the picture was of Sasha Banks instead, because That picture is a modern day masterpiece.
Our
Thing that you could
version,
have done better.
the wrestling version of our Mona Lisa.
That is Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa.
We gonna get into the drink.
Oh yeah, my
We're
bad.
gonna stop drilling for a second.
And this one smells a little heavier. Yeah. Got some weight
So the alcohol content is definitely heavier in this one.
Dude.
Definitely feel like
No, it was 14. It's the same thing. 14.5.
Wait,
Right down there. No. Right.
I can't find. Yeah, oh, it's stronger than the Ultimate Warrior.
That's what I'm saying.
What was the Ultimate Warrior?
14.3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
You see, yeah, I can taste the
Yeah,
dead
you
man.
can taste that 0.2%. Like, wait, they hit the liver hard, man. This definitely clear your sinuses right here.
Yeah.
Tastes milder than that to me.
Really?
That's what almost tastes like water.
Mm.
Not as strong a flavor.
Mm. That sip was him and JBL for the belt. That's it right there.
Yes, King of SmackDown right there. He was bigger on SmackDown than The Rock, arguably. But he was.
Ooh.
He ran it.
That one was Mankind and The Undertaker in the Buried Alive match. That one right
Classic. That's classic.
there.
When Sam knocked the cork down in the bottle, that was the Hell in the Cell with Mankind. That was Undertaker slamming him through the cell.
Through the cell, not through the table.
Not through the table. This is when he went through the cell, through the ring. And he had the tooth out his nose. That's what that is right there. Yeah. I can't even get second helping in this because you see.
Oh, we got it.
We got it.
It's in the bowl.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It got the pour part in it. So you don't spill.
That's
hilarious. This sip was for the Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy ladder match.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one too. Put Jeff on the map.
Sure did. Definitely separate him from his brother at that moment.
It did, yeah. Took Matt years.
And still really didn't make it to this.
I don't know. I'd say now he's probably in a bigger place than Jeff. But, you know, they're both in the twilight of their
bigger
careers.
Place?
Not a bigger position in the company that he's in than Jeff is in the company that he's in. Yeah.
It's like Matt is big in his own sense outside of the WWE, while Jeff is within it.
Yeah.
But
Matt is an indie guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, y'all show did go crazy about that delete.
They just didn't do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll always say that. They didn't do it right. That gimmick was gold.
It was. It did numbers and impact, definitely. It was great. But then again,
it took over the whole show.
It did. Like that was the core of the show at that point.
It was making it.
got some cork. Got a piece of cork in there.
Boy, you sitting there looking like a 90s R&B star. Boy, you look like Donnell Jones. You need to talk.
Go ahead and buy the album real quick.
You need the 6th string.
The KTR late call.
That's real.
Yeah, that was tough.
Forget how much older I am. Yeah, I'm sitting here sipping with babies.
It's wine. You're not supposed to take it to the head like it's a shot. You know,
so right.
If we were doing shot for shot, you know, I'd be like, right.
I would lose instantly.
You probably would. Yeah, that drink. That's my lifestyle.
I wouldn't be going home. We can do shots. Right. I ain't going home, man. We camping. Camping in the computer room.
Oh man.
For real.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give the Undertaker to wine?
I don't know. It's like after tasting Undertaker's, I
actually get your letters out.
I like Ultimate Warriors better. I do. I like Ultimate Warriors better. I do because the alcohol content is not as heavy in my opinion. So
you're a lightweight.
Yeah, I'm a heavy lightweight. I'm a heavy lightweight.
A heavy lightweight. Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, so in that case, I'll put Undertaker at a 6, but I'll put Ultimate Warrior back at 7.
Okay. So you went ahead and gave him that 0.5?
Yeah. But we're talking about comparison, yeah.
Big Harv, what would you get?
I think that the Ultimate Warrior had a stronger flavor. I thought that after smelling the Undertaker's wine, that it would have a stronger flavor, but it was actually more mild. So I do think I like the Warrior better as far as taste.
Yeah.
I think the Undertaker you could sip on and not even know you're getting drunk and then be drunk.
Ooh,
yeah. It's got a higher content, but to me it was a smoother taste. So I'm gonna go with Be about 6. Not too far behind.
Yeah. I like to say Ultimate Warrior's wine smoother. Undertaker's, you did definitely hit. This is definitely a Netflix and chill wine. This is a Hulu and chill wine. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna give Undertaker an 8. You know, I liked it. You know, I like the stronger hit. You know, like you said, like you could drink that and not even feel like you not even notice or feel like you getting lit real quick. You know, because I really do not know or understand how women can just go through a whole bottle of wine. Because if you go through this wine,
you are the dead man.
Right. If you go through this whole bottle of wine, I don't see how you function after it. Cause
that's a good one.
Right, it's a good one. It's strong, but yeah, got a good taste. But
that's like a celebratory wine. Like you accomplish something that you've been wanting to get for. That's what
that out.
And we definitely celebrate.
That's a drunk mistake. That's for sure.
Right.
Never seen that done sober, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say.
So like with these two, legendary wrestlers right here, Ultimate Warrior. What would you say is your favorite match by him?
Ultimate Warrior. I don't really have too much of a favorite match with him, mainly because, in my opinion, Ultimate Warrior wasn't really much of a wrestler. More or less, he was just like the billboard guy, the poster guy during his time. So I did like the Mega Powers though. I enjoyed that. So I don't really have a favorite match, but I think that's my favorite stint of the Ultimate Warrior that he had was with the Mega Powers.
Okay, that's a good way to say it. What's your favorite stint by the Ultimate Warrior?
I think Ultimate Warrior was more of a Goldberg Senior. To be honest, that's how I think of him. He was all Flair, all power moves, no real finesse, no real wrestling talent.
Straightforward, hard body.
That's all he really was. I really don't have a favorite match either. Like I said, my favorite moment was him revealing all that dirt on Hulk Hogan. That was hilarious to me. That's it. That's all that really comes to mind. I didn't really like his work. We were really young when he was actually doing stuff. And looking back at his stuff, it's not impressive. It's just charisma,
I mean, honestly, if you look at it, you had the Hulk Hogan during the time, and then Ultimate Warrior was like the next one up. So Vince, he likes the muscular, at the time, younger guys. Ultimate Warrior was honestly just the next level of that. And so
definitely was.
Yeah, that's all Ultimate Warrior was, in my opinion.
He was a super swole hairband rock star. That's who he was.
Super swole.
Super swole for no reason.
Now, Taker, favorite stint by him.
Okay, hold on.
Like, hold on now.
I can easily go for both Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels matches at WrestleMania.
True.
Like those have to be the second match he had with Shawn Michaels is clearly at WrestleMania. Or I'm talking about what was it, WrestleMania 25, 26 is one of them.
Yeah.
That has to be like one of like my top 3 favorite matches. And when I think of Undertaker matches, that's what I think about. Yes, I'm one of the, I guess you can say, fans or marks that love the Undertaker the biker gimmick they had, the badass gimmick. Yeah. I love that. The theme music he had back in 2002. Heck, I remember when he came in against Hulk Hogan at 2002 was Judgment Day or Backlash. He was tearing that boy up. Like, I remember that one. That was dope to me. So, I mean, I can go on all day about the different stints Undertaker had.
The Limp Bizkit entrance music was the
oh my
best.
God.
Keep rolling.
Oh, man. Yeah, Undertaker came out. He was hard.
Right.
He came out the white gangster. That's what he was. He did not play with nobody.
It was WrestleMania 18, I think it was, when Limp Bizkit performed live.
Fred Durst. Him with Fred Durst in the video game.
Was there a handicap match?
Was it? Yeah, it was him against A-Train.
Mark Henry? Was it A-Train?
No, A-Train and Big Show.
Big Show.
Yeah. And then who came out and helped him?
I remember that.
I can't remember his name, but just some big muscular dude that was only around for a few months and he did movies.
Nate Jones?
Yeah, Nate Jones.
Yeah, Nate Jones.
Yeah, he came in and did some weird
Australian
jump spin kick, and that was it.
Really, his gimmick, he was supposed to just got out of prison in Australia or something. He was ridiculous. He didn't last long. He was just huge.
But man, Limp Bizkit was live at WrestleMania. I remember that. They were live. And Undertaker.
Yeah.
man,
my dog. My dog, yeah. My favorite stand of the Undertaker's was honestly the Ministry of Darkness. It just did not pay off because, of course, Vince got to put himself in everything.
Obviously.
I even like the corporate ministry. It just, again, payoff was trash. As far as WrestleMania goes, when they finally started putting emphasis on his wins was when, to me, they really picked up and started being good. The Shawn Michaels matches, couple matches before that, even the overbooked match he had with Triple H, the end of an era match, was still a really good match.
It was,
But after that, I feel like is when he started going downhill with his WrestleMania matches.
Yeah.
They started becoming... he slowed down. He got old, of course. We got to remember that. For his age, he did very well, but it was still, that's when you could tell he was kind of out of his prime. But he had a very long prime. He put on some of the best matches, some of the best storylines. He didn't always have to talk. He could put anybody over. He was never selfish. Dude put so many people over. A lot of people got wins over Undertaker. A lot of people. What's dude? Curtis Axel had a win over Undertaker.
Maven had a win over
Maven, Vladimir Kozlov had dude.
Oh, let's not forget Festus. When he had that fight with Festus, boy, he didn't win, but it made Festus
look good. That's all I'm saying. Undertaker is the greatest. GOAT, my man. And he got a nice blonde-looking wife. Shell McCool.
You just had to add that.
Shell McCool, she's nice.
Since we're talking about putting people over, I mean, do you remember his feud he had with Muhammad Hassan?
Yeah.
Like, it got personal. Like, that's like the crowd had death threats against old
Who
boy.
knows where he could have been if it wasn't for them 9/11 attacks.
Man, dude. I mean.
That's really, man.
They killed his career.
Right.
They did that angle on SmackDown where a bunch of masked men ran in on Undertaker and beat him up, kidnapped him, whatever. And then they got in trouble for it, and he was never seen again.
Never. You could not do the other stuff he did back in the day.
You could not.
Most we got was what's his name? Coulter, Zeb Coulter, and Jack Swagger. He was saying
we the people.
He was saying some stuff, boy. Scurry across our borders. That dude used to crack me up.
Man, he was doing this right now. Man,
He was no joke. He was no joke.
Man. Well,
What about you, boy?
While we're at it, RIP to Zeus. Go ahead and give him a shout out.
Yeah.
And Pat Patterson, first IC title holder.
Yeah. I dig that.
Two legends in the business, both lost in the past week.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Big love. Yeah. Your favorite moments on Undertaker, son?
like I said, favorite moment was like the American Badass. That was my favorite.
I hope that he did that
was
at least
really
one more time before he retired.
Like that was really my favorite part of the Undertaker's career. Like when I was actually had common sense and can reflect and remember wrestling stuff like that. Right. That's why I first remembered the Undertaker. It's like during the American Badass thing. I didn't remember the Dead Man version of Undertaker beforehand. Yeah. I caught this Undertaker and I liked it. Then it transitioned over to this one, when he had that whole feud with Kane at WrestleMania 20. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's when it changed. That's when I learned about that. I'm like, oh, I remember it now. I forgot all about it. So, yeah.
Man, I saw him hang Boss Man from the cell, and that was it for me. Yeah. I thought that was real.
Bro, that gave me nightmares.
I was like, I can't believe I just saw this on live TV, bro.
Yeah, man.
He hung this man. Yeah.
The man.
He was crucifying people on Raw. He had Stone Cold strung up, burned. The teddy bear. I was a kid, scared me. I thought, he burned this little girl. I don't know what he did. Sure. Undertaker was cold. They had some really good storylines for that dude.
Shit, I'm still wondering to this day how they played off the whole Big Boss Man hanging
harness. He had a harness on his back that actually held his body. Still, the rope was around it. It made it look like he was hanging, but he wasn't. I had to look it up when I got grown because I was like, dude, I gotta know. He died a few years later.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, how did he survive that? Half cat. This man got all the lives. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely something that we needed.
A
quick little WWE wind down, relax our minds, free from all the stuff's going on in the world, with the pandemic, the COVID-19 and everything, lives lost, just in general, within the WWE community. Me losing my woman crush of Aja because she just got proposed to.
Hold on, let me get a drink today.
I can't comment on Sasha Banks. But you can talk about this girl.
It should have been me.
You know, maybe
it should have been.
Maybe it should have, Sam.
It should have been.
I don't know what you did wrong, bro. I don't know what you did wrong, all right?
Oh, man.
Little nip.
And you know, even though Leon Ruff did not win, he put on one hell of a triple threat match.
He did.
At NXT with Gargano and Priest. I mean, the boy out here winning. Yeah, even when he loses, he winning.
And you would think, looking at him, he's not at the same level as those two are, but he made himself belong with it.
He sure
really
did.
I hope that they use that to keep him at least in a respectable place in the company.
Right.
But yeah, I agree with that 100%. He did well.
I'll even piggyback off that. There was moments in the match where it looked like he was going to legitimately win. Not like a roll up or like a sneak. Like, no, he was going to hit that DDT. He was going to hit that Hurricane, whatever it was, and like legitimately pin Gargano. Like the dude out here doing things. Shout out to you. Congratulations on your engagement with old girl. I mean, shoot.
We love you, bro.
We love you.
We love you, bro. All right, we just giving this black man praise.
Let me give you a little bit more, though. Let me give you a little bit more.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
We feel for you. There you go. We feel for you, man.
He took it straight to the head.
We feel for you, bro.
All day, buddy. All day.
Anyway, I respect relationships and engagements. I congratulate you both. Respectfully. They're married, so they're laughing at me.
How much time we got?
I don't know.
We can go on the fly. Yeah, so what we're talking about now is the decision to send a number of people back to the Performance Center in order to hone their skills. The big issue here, you name the guy, AJ Styles bodyguard, and the guy from Raw Underground. Understandable. Yeah. Completely understandable. Otis has had the push of his life in the past year.
Yeah, the push of his life.
The push of his life. Right? The push of his life. He in the ring. He in a on-screen relationship with Mandy Rose. Come on now. Push of his life. Right? It's push of his life.
I love
he had a chance at the top. Of course, we knew that was predictable too. Right. But the push of this man's career. Okay? Keith Lee, who we knew he was going to ruin. We knew that they were going to ruin. Then they put out a documentary on this man. A very good documentary.
Very good.
Which I thought was premature because he hadn't really done anything on the main roster yet. I felt it was premature. It was still very well done. They sent this man back down. Not NXT.
Performance Center.
To the Performance Center.
The PC.
I can't make heads or tails of that. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's frustrating as hell because that once again shows the out of touchness that we have with in-ring athletes. And you know, there's always that stigmatism with, you know, bigger wrestlers. You know, they're bigger wrestlers and they can't do that much, but you know, they this and that with her. But Keith Lee, Keith Lee was in there doing things that not that many big guys can do. On top of the fact, small guys can't do. He had charisma out of this world. He's fun to listen to on the mic. He's everything that you would want. Beside from the fact that he is a terrific black wrestler, okay? So the fact that he has to go back, as you mentioned, not NXT, not what was it, main event, you know, like my guy Ricochet is on.
That's understandable.
Shut up. They took my dude. So disrespectful. But went down to the Performance Center to refine his craft. His craft is more refined than more than half the guys on the roster. It's more refined than Baron Corbin. It's more refined than Elias. I can keep going on, but you want to send him back? I guess my question is why? What is it that you are not seeing that you are expecting him to get at the PC?
I don't understand. It's just, I guess, part of the dirty product. The man is like 6'3", over 300 pounds. They want to fight more, probably bigger, like the giant role. I don't know, because he's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong, I like him. Yeah, he's agile. He can do this and that. I think maybe that thing he wrestles too much like as an indie wrestler. Still, he still wrestles like he's on NXT. I think they want him to slow down.
So they want him to wrestle like a big guy.
They want him to be a main event, you know, more flash than.
They want another Mark Henry, essentially. I mean, taking that theory, they want another Mark Henry.
But he's too gifted to be a Mark. And Mark Henry was a great big guy.
Yes, right.
You know, as far as a heavyweight, he was great. But he's on another level. He's a heavyweight, but he can do cruiserweight.
He
stuff.
can match up with anybody.
He's that's that. Y'all should want somebody that versatile on your roster.
Yeah, that's just.
They really should. I don't understand it at all.
I just need an explanation because, especially on this podcast that we have, we try to make sense of the things of like why things are. This is one of the few times where it just doesn't make sense.
Exactly. It's just more of understanding, not attacking. We just want.
Yeah, I want to. If anybody watching has any comments, please leave them in the comments. Let us know what you think. Because I can't make heads or tails of it. I don't think anybody at the table can.
No. Right.
You're looking for different perspectives?
Yeah, definitely.
Let me know. That don't make sense at all. Otis doesn't make, and Otis is not even half the performer Keith Lee is, but he don't deserve to go back down to the performance.
I thought he always wrestle big now. Like, he don't do nothing like.
He wrestle like a big.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Besides Caterpillar, I love the Caterpillar.
Which gets the crowd, that would get, even if there was a live crowd
going.
It would be a crowd pop.
Right.
It really would.
And then plus, he's the type of wrestler that Vince would like. He got the entertainment side. He got the mic. He got the what keeps the people interested in him week after week.
They gonna watch his segments. They gonna buy his merch, and you ain't even got to put a title on him.
Yeah.
He's still gonna generate value.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I don't get it.
So in fact, you can kind of look at him on the opposite spectrum of Keith Lee, where he had this versatile in-ring ability. So you got these two guys, but you want them both to go to the PC. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Just why?
You lost.
Why?
Right. So with that being said, that's all the time that we have.
Yeah.
This wine's been hidden because I didn't expect this show to go like this, but it was a great show. Great conversation. Which brings me to the special part of the lightning round.
Oh my God.
And since I ain't prepared for this, I only got one question that came to the top of my head.
All right. Wait.
Everybody, pour up another glass, for this. This is perfect too for it, actually. Go ahead. Pour me up.
Okay.
Appreciate it, J-Bo.
No problem, buddy.
All right, cool. So with this one, this is a great one because we've been communicating about wrestling on Facebook probably for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
And we come up with a lot of topics that come up, especially like around pay-per-views and things like that, etc. So this is a good one for this lightning round. We're gonna call this one Unpopular Opinion. So basically, one person's gonna state an unpopular opinion about anything involving wrestling. A wrestler, a company, brand, doesn't matter. Everybody gets. You want to do two or just one?
I can think of one unpopular opinion in my opinion. So
okay, we just
do one, and then if anybody has another.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Just so start. Everybody start from one. So, J-Bo, kick it off. What's your unpopular opinion?
Man, they's gonna hate us on KTR. Okay, here we go. AJ Styles ain't as good as he used to be.
Woo!
I was ready for that.
Right.
Jesus.
He ain't. I was Impact Wrestling was on Tuesday, with the whole Kenny Omega thing, and they were showing clips and previews, and one of the clips was when AJ Styles won the World Heavyweight title. And so me and my wife was having a conversation, and I was like, you know what, that's cool, but this AJ, and even the AJ before in the early 2003, 2004, he was doing way better in-ring stuff than he's doing now. I get it. He's older. He can't do the moves that he used to do. He can't do the spiral tap anymore. He can't do that one suicide dive where he pops up and then flips on his bone. He can't do that no more. However,
he can, but he chooses not to. But continue.
The point is, I'm sorry, I'm just not that entertained with this AJ Styles. He's just not as good as he used to be back in his Impact days.
Big hard.
I don't disagree.
Wow.
But I feel like age and self-preservation, trying to have a longer career, should be taken into consideration. Because wrestling for WWE, your style has changed. We talking about that. You said that might be what they're doing with Keith Lee.
Yeah.
So, there's a number of things that go into that, but I can see where you get there from. Mine, first one, because I did think of a second one.
Go ahead.
First one is Charlotte Flair.
Oh my God.
Is a B+ player.
Ooh,
she's a 7 at best. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
I highly disagree.
7 at best.
I disagree with that highly.
Best.
She is arguably one of the best women's wrestlers.
Arguably. I'm the one arguing. I'm the one arguing. That's right. Arguably. And that's not to say that she's not one of the best, because I mean, generally most of the women wrestlers don't really get past like an 8 or 9.
True.
If you want to be real. So that's still giving her respect. But for people calling her a GOAT as far as women's wrestling go, I don't think she's there yet.
She on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. I wouldn't put her on mine.
Okay, that's fine.
She's only there because of accomplishments, which were given to her because she's Ric Flair's daughter.
Okay. All right then.
Hey, I'm down for whatever y'all want to do. You got a problem with my opinion, I'm with it. All right? Big sipper, big stepper, all that. It is what it is.
All right,
Cinko, what's yours?
Mine. Okay, I got one. John Cena is the best wrestler of all time.
And we finna clean this body.
John Cena is the best WWE product wrestler of all time. I say that. And the reason I say it is because I think, because people say The Rock and people say Stone Cold. But I think of those two as the Biggie and Tupac of wrestling. They had their little short stint. They were popular. Then they dipped. Now, what the Stone Cold, it was different because it was injury. The Rock, he dipped because more paper with the movies and stuff like that. And that was it. But since they had them short stints, I can't put them above John Cena. John Cena is number one.
When you done.
He is a 16-time champion for a reason.
By what's given to him. Didn't we just say this with Charlotte Flair?
People are always given opportunities here and there, but it's what you make of it. You know?
He made the most out of his first time, and it impressed him.
Exactly. John Cena made the best out of everything. He went from a United States champion to a WWE champion within a year. Yeah. And been running rampant ever since then. He was more popular as a United States champion than the WWE champion. That's true. He made the mid-card title better than the world title. Now he was the face of a business at a mid-card level.
Now, since we're in 2004, let's jump ahead to 2010, 11, when it actually mattered. Because during that time, you can't tell me that every one of his reigns was necessary. I still remember that it pissed me off because I was at home and I saw this happen. When Rey Mysterio won that daggone tournament and he became WWE champion, then out of nowhere, John Cena took him on one-on-one and took him for the belt. And Rey never got a rematch. You mean to tell me that he is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and one of the reasons why is because he is able to do stuff like that?
Okay, so that is the same reason that I would argue against it. Now, see, I understand where you're coming from with your statement, but the same as Charlotte Flair is because opportunity. Okay. They trust him, as they should, but John Cena... People love to say Triple H buried a lot of people. John Cena buried more people than anybody ever in wrestling. And I'm not saying that each and every last time it was because he wanted them buried, but he buried a lot of people. All right, that's just what he did.
I mean, he probably did.
He buried a faction.
He probably the grave digger of the WWE, but
he is. Yeah. I hate John Cena with a passion. It's not his fault.
It's not, no.
But I hate him. He got over with a rap gimmick, like. A big buff Marky Mark white dude got over using rap and letting the crowd curse for him. That's how he got over. I don't care what nobody say. You know it wasn't his wrestling ability. He didn't get a good wrestling ability till like the last 4 or 5 years of his career. He didn't really start adapting wrestling wise until he
2013.
Yeah, but he ain't wrestled in like 2 years, so that would be about the last 5 years of his career.
Yeah,
you know
right.
All right. Let me say 2 things. Number one, I don't care how long he's been in the business. It's always quality over quantity. So if you're looking at, I'm sorry, The Rock is my favorite of all time. I don't care. You can call me a Mark. You can call me whatever. The Rock is the greatest of all time in my personal opinion.
So you like the Tupac of
whatever
wrestling.
Whatever. My wife loves Tupac, so whatever. Okay. So, I don't care. But the second thing I want to say though, as far as his wrestling ability, I'm sorry, I was feeling his wrestling ability for a while, but at Super Showdown, the most recent one, when he was in some tag team match and he did whatever Shaolin, whatever punch,
and then a punch
to Elias and got the pinfall. At that point, I just gave up on his wrestling ability.
Absolute trash.
I don't, it may not have even been his idea. It probably was somebody else's idea.
Yeah.
I don't care because what he displayed on camera, that's what I have
He didn't have his booty holes that morning.
So you could take a jab from John Cena?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying
After the Wakanda forever. Yes, I would take that punch.
got Vanilla Ice doing Wakanda mess. Man,
Come
get
on,
on.
dog. Another thing, Cena, not Cena, Stone Cold actually had a much longer career than what you're giving him credit for. The Rock had a short career.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about John Cena's mid-card. Austin had a much longer stint without WWE than he had in WWE, and he actually made waves down there.
Yeah.
You know, it was a different time, so he had to do stuff in the, not the indies, but the territories, and then build up. Then they gave him some crap to Ringmaster when he still held the $1 million title, gave him some prestige, and he actually got over with that even though he wasn't doing nothing. So Austin deserves respect for that. The Rock, I agree, he got his and dipped. Yeah, he's gone. But then at the same time, his charisma was more natural. They hated him, and he used that as a catalyst. So that's the only difference I throw in there. But I see where y'all coming from with y'all. Last thing I have to say is Sting has always been overrated.
And on that note,
that's all the time.
Right, that's all the time we
Sting
have.
has always been overrated.
That is all the time we have.
It's been a great show.
Right, yeah.
The singer, not like the singer, the wrestler Sting has always been overrated. But that's all the time we have.
That is all the time
Tune
we
into
have.
AEW this upcoming Wednesday night on TNT.
Super J Cup.
Oh yeah, homeboy! Don't forget that's tonight, December 12th.
Shout out to the brother Leo Rush. You know, that's who we support.
That's who we got winning.
Make sure you tune in to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Impact Wrestling, all that good stuff. Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, any indie scene that you watch, tune into it because that is part of the wrestling community.
Support.
And before we sign off, be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. KTR_podcast, Twitter, Instagram, Know the Ropes Podcast, YouTube, Facebook. Know the Ropes Podcast on all podcast platforms. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Podbean. We are on everything.
Everything.
This is episode 15 of Know the Ropes Podcast, and we are out.
And what should they do, my guy?
Pump those numbers.
Don't play wrong. I say good God. I ain't felt the need to kill a long. Respect the J dot, I'll praise the JR. Who step wrong, that there's a graveyard. Don't play wrong.